Good morning, it's currently 8 a.m. and I'm gonna spend the whole day playing on my Switch deck. I've been playing for about 30 minutes and the battery is at 85% at slightly below middle. But before we get going, you're probably asking, how the heck did I get one? Well, it's not mine. It's OG's. This is a 256 model ordered in Sweden back in February and finally getting shipped to the Philippines in late October at the overall cost of around 37,000 pesos. My first impression of this big chungus is that it's huge. I was initially concerned because I have tiny baby hands. But 30 minutes of playing in bed like this was absolutely fine. If there's anything I should complain about, it's the cheap, plasticky feel of the device. It's about as heavy as it looks, yet the part where you hold it feels somewhat hollow. Still, I enjoy the ergonomic grips and I didn't have many issues with accidentally pressing the rear buttons. This morning, I played unpacking. I was curious about how it played without a mouse because it seems like you'd need one for it. The Steam Deck has these square trackpad looking things and I thought that this was how I would play it. I was wrong. You can zoom in and out and pan with them, but you could just use the joystick or the D-pad. The Steam Deck is also dockable, although we don't have the official dock yet. Still, the Steam Deck had no issues connecting to my ancient monitor via HDMI cable and my basiest dongle. When connected, the Steam Deck itself could be used as an oversized controller, even when it's not plugged in. This is something I wished my Switch could do. But a Steam Deck versus Switch video is for another day, so stay tuned for it. For some of y'all who are curious about Dota 2's playability, the answer is, it's janky AF. You can't play it in portable mode, and even if it did work, everything would be too tiny to play comfortably anyway. It's annoying to play when you don't have a mouse and a keyboard. If you want to play Dota 2 on the go, just get a laptop. Later, I met Pia by the pool. We wanted to see how the Steam Deck would play under the sun, but alas, it was very cloudy that day. Under that circumstance, screen brightness was good enough. I played a bit of Gris, and this colorful game looked stunning even under the gray skies. It honestly looks better than how it looks on camera. Although it might be a little hard to see the tiny main character when the game zooms out. I tried it again on a sunny day and it was still playable. The camera doesn't do it justice. The sound, provided that it's not too noisy outside, is decent. But I would still recommend using earphones to feel fully immersed. More on that in a bit. On our way to P&I's lunch date, I sneaked a little bit of playtime in the car. Inscription is not great on deck, but it's supposed to be playable. Much better than Left 4 Dead 2, which won't even launch at all despite being labeled great on deck. Speaking of compatible games on the Steam Deck, we have a full list on our website. Check out the links in the description box. When we were finally at the cafe, I didn't want to disturb the other patrons, so I popped my Bluetooth earbuds in. These paired easily with the deck, although it doesn't always automatically sync every time. Nintendo Switch owners know the struggle. Again, more on that in the next review video. I played Hollow Knight. Maybe it's because I didn't have gaming earbuds, I could hear the tiniest bit of delay. It's not game-breaking, but it's not ideal. For the best performance, it's better to stick with wired earphones. I decided to simulate what it's like to wait in a queue sitting down with a deck to help me pass the time. I started at 86%. In this test, it was the Steam Deck battery versus my arm strength. There is nothing! Right from the get-go, I was sure that the Steam Deck battery wasn't gonna last. But I really overestimated the power of my weak-ass baby arms. 10 minutes in, I already noticed the weight of the Steam Deck. It was all good when I played in bed, but not so much without the support of my pillows. Still, I pushed through, playing for an hour and a half. Playing Tunic and unpacking with brightness somewhere in the middle. By the end of it, the Steam Deck was at 38% battery. Before long, it was time to head to the office to do the charge test. And to play with the cats. We all know the real priority here. The gatos. The Steam Deck does get quite hot and noisy even while just charging, so I don't recommend playing while getting juiced up. Yes, you don't have to be playing big games for the fans to start going. This thing really is a PC. It takes about 2 hours to charge the deck. In 30 minutes, it went from 38 to 62%. In my unboxing video as a Switch fangirl, I wanted to know which one I would choose, or if there's room for both. Honestly, I think there is. But then again, a more dedicated video on that coming soon. Bye! P.S. Don't buy from scalpers.